Hello and welcome to the National Sports Centre here in Crystal Palace. Coming up, this hall will host heavyweights from the world of handball. Well, at least from the English men's domestic division. We've got Great Dane, the defending league champions, against Olympia, the current league leaders. So a grudge match is definitely in store. But before we get to that, let's talk about some international news, because it has been a great month for Great Britain. They've learned that they will be allowed to take up host nation places in the London 2012 Olympics. BBC Sport were at the announcements and caught up with some of the names involved.
It wasn't right, where host nation places are at play, to automatically grant a place. So we worked very hard with the Handball Association.
Oh, I look great
to just test that they can demonstrate credible performance. And the British people will want to see this team compete credibly on the field of play in 2012, and they've met that criteria.
There's always going to be that sort of feeling in the back of your mind that it might not go your way.
Do you want me to cut the stuff about talking about that?
We've got a fantastic result here today, and hopefully now we can just keep on doing what we're doing and improving on court.
They've also demonstrated to us that actually there's a very good legacy plan for handball. You know, in the last, since Beijing in 2008, there's been a doubling in the number of clubs. There's been a doubling in the number of licensed players playing handball. And there's been a five-fold increase in the number of schools that now play handball. For me, that is clear evidence of a real legacy being developed for handball.
We know that the numbers that have come on already in schools and in clubs, that will just continue to grow. And we have to be ready after the Olympics for people that pick up the phone and say, where can my son play handball? Everything, the structures have to be in place. We're not underestimating the challenges that lie ahead.
Oh, it's a great, fantastic news. It's one of the best days of the year. It's a good start for 2011. And then I think I'm really happy and delighted about this. And I think we really deserve this chance to compete in London in 2012. So I'm looking forward to it.
So great news for the team, as we heard. And I'm delighted to say I'm joined by a former GB international and England international, Rena Fairbrother, who your daughter is one of the team. Fantastic news.
It's superb news. 5 years of hard work, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, for all of them. It's just been such hard work, and they're now one step closer. It's great news. And
you know an awful lot about the domestic scene as well as the international scene from knowing the girls. Today's match, Olympia, the league leaders against Great Dane, the league champions. How do you see it going?
It's going to be really, really close, really, really physical. I should think very emotional with the men involved. Olympia have some ex-Great Dane players as well, so they'll all be out to win this game. It's a real big one. Very exciting.
Rena, we'll speak to you again later. Should be an exciting encounter. Time now to hand over to our commentary team. First up, Ollie Williams.
Thank you very much, Nick, and welcome to the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre for this afternoon's clash between what are essentially two of the top teams in this men's First Division South. Olympia first in the league. They've won 4 of their 7 games so far this season, and Great Dane second just behind them, won 4 out of 6. They are on 8 points for the season, as opposed to Olympia on 9, 2 points for a win and 1 for a draw. Now alongside me is Ari Bekker, who plays for Olympia for the women's team, has just finished playing a game here at Crystal Palace, which they've won against Great Dane. Now Ari, this is a top of the table clash here. What are you expecting from these two teams?
Hi, I'm expecting a very, very tough game. And they're very, very strong, because both sides is extremely strong, and they are the rivals in England.
Why is it that these two teams are dominating? Why are these two the big teams?
Basically, I think some of the players, we just basically out of the game, we have really good friends with Great Dane. We know each other very, very well, and I think it's just the team to beat for Olympia.
Looking at the Olympia team first, if you could pick out one player for us to watch for the rest of this game, who would it be?
Okay, that would be one player, number 7.
Tufik
Hadadou from Algeria. He used to play for the Algerian national team, and he's an amazing player. But alongside Tufik, I think most of them are very, very good players, quality players.
And looking at the Great Dane team, who you can see in red, just preparing down there, who from Great Dane is going to be catching your eye?
Jordi Torres from Spain.
Number 7.
Yes, that's right, number 7 both team.
And so, if you keep your eyes on the number 7s, you'll have a reasonable idea of the way this game will go. Ari will be alongside me throughout this one. Our referees this afternoon are Cesar Castilla and Conrad Marquardt, having already looked after the women's game between these two, which did end 25-20 in favour of Olympia, their first league game of the season, Ari, and how confident are you that your male counterparts can carry on that success here?
I am very, very, very confident, and I believe they can beat them. I will cheer them up as much as I can.
Because a win for Olympia here will open up a 3-point gap. There aren't
That's
too
right.
many games left in the season as things go. Would that pretty much be the league title, do you think?
Yes, that's right. They have to win this game to be first.
Okay.
And they actually at the top of the table right now, but they have to beat Great Dane. They have to.
Well, you can see we're just about ready to get underway here. The two goalkeepers are just about in their nets. You can see that here just in front of us wearing the white is the Olympia goalkeeper just preparing, and then over on the far side wearing orange you will see Great Dane's number 1 Zera Sabata, and it is Olympia who get us underway in the black. Now on this near left hand side, moving across to the number 88 who plays in the line position, sometimes known as centre back court. It's them you want to be watching for to drive everything forward for this team. That's Mohammed El Hawari on the ball now. Moves it over to this left-hand side. The shot goes in, and that is the first goal of the afternoon within 30 seconds. And just as you said, Ari, Tufik Hadadou. Now coming straight back for Great Dane, it's their number 7, Jordi Torres. And there we have the first infringement of the afternoon as well, so the free throw. What is it about Tufik Hadadou that makes him special then? Why is he able to score from that situation where others might not?
He's extremely good player, and I don't know, every time he goes in, we just know he's going to score.
Well, now it's Torres for Great Dane, moves it forward, and that is the equaliser almost immediately from the number 10, Philip Ultong for Great Dane. Who are playing in the red, of course, from left to right as you look at it. And there is Ultong, clear shot that time around, and just wasn't closed down at all.
No, it wasn't. It would have been a better defense.
Now Al-Hawari moving the ball forwards, comes out once again to that number 7, Hadadou. The shot goes in off the post this time around. That gives Great Dane the chance to break coming forwards. This is known as the fast break in handball. Can it be converted? Yes, it can. Great Dane scoring there. The number 21, Hervé Lefebvre, scores the goal that gives Great Dane an early lead on that fast break. Ari, if you could just explain for us, what is the fast break? What is the concept there?
Fast break is basically when one of the team, like the attacking team, is lose the ball, and as quick as they can, even if the goalkeeper saves the ball, they just pick it up, and the two wing players is always running forward as quick as they can. They get the ball and they shoot.
Well, we saw the save there from Great Dane's Zera Sabata. Clever little dummy there. The whistle had already gone though before travelling as that ball comes up and wasn't overly far away from us up here. And Olympia can restart because goalkeepers, Ari, in this sport don't play the same role they do in football. Saving it is almost less common than scoring.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Which makes having a good goalkeeper all the more important.
Exactly, they have to be so good. They have to be always on their toes, always moving around, following the ball.
Al-Hawari leaves it for the number 7 there. Hadadou still going. Instead he's penalised for, is that steps?
Yeah, that was steps.
Which to explain steps, sorry?
That was too many steps. It's only 3 steps allowed to do when you hold the ball. Even if they touch you, they have to whistle, it's a foul, or if they let you go, then you make too many steps. It's just take the ball away from the team.
Now you will have noticed that Olympia have gone a man down. It is 6 on 5 for the infraction, so Great Dane coming forwards now. They have the extra room if they need it. That one just going wide, and that'll allow Olympia a little bit of a respite there. How difficult is it, Ari, when you have that one fewer man to defend?
Basically, you just need to keep the ball and play with the time. It's not that difficult. You can still play, but it's just not many gaps around. But you just need to keep the ball. And
you can see that Olympia are already slowing things down. Almost an opportunity there. Yassine Labri just shooting wide on that left-hand side, and now here come Great Dane. Now they have that man advantage. Can they use it and open up a larger gap? Clever goal there. That's Hervé Lefebvre, his 2nd goal of the evening. And Ari, if you can talk us through.
Oh, that was a spinning ball from the right wing, and that's just amazing.
Olympia already looking in a little trouble. Less than 4 minutes gone, plenty of time remaining here at Crystal Palace. But the home team trailing by 3 goals to 1 and still have that man down. Moving it in close now. Here's El Hawari. Moving the ball back to Thomas Balanosis. Hawari again. Looking to set Balanosis away with the ball. Dribbles back. El Hawari, you see how often the player in that position is involved in the game. They have to keep looking for that extra movement. And now the free throw for Olympia on this near side with Vitautas Lenkavicius. Great Dane have picked it up, and again they get the chance to surge forward. There aren't too many men back here. The shot goes in, and that is expertly done. Thomas Brunet converting. Ari, it takes just seconds, doesn't it, to come through and to score this goal.
Yeah, exactly. Another fast break again, what we could see.
Fast breaks really making the difference for Great Dane so far. Olympia now have the extra man back. Both teams now back to full strength. El Hawari coming through on that far side, and immediately it pays dividends for Olympia, who now haul this one back to 4-2. El Hawari in the centre, rising up, no real challenge, and again angling that shot down, but immediately the other end. That's a fantastic save. Just as it looked as though Hervle was going to get his third of the evening, instead is denied by the Olympia goalkeeper, and that sort of thing can really change these games, change the momentum, because it means the team can surge forward, gives you that fast break opportunity. Not that Olympia were able to use it that well there. Here a Great Dane, casually coming forward. Plenty of time. Moved wide, now moved across back to this near side with Philippe Alton, the number 10. Maybe the opportunity opening up hard to break through this Olympia defence. And Olympia have done very well there, Ari.
Yes, that's right. They did really good defence.
Now what can they see forwards? 13 is Barbosa. Maybe he'll get the ball. The fast break comes this time around, and that is the goal. Excellent play there, and Tufik Hadadu, picked out at the start by Ari, gets the goal again. Coming forwards, left unmarked on that far side, and you can see he really needs thrust to get into the air and deliver that strike forcefully. And then it goes, and Olympia back within a goal. Great Dane coming forwards though. Russell to the floor there. That will allow Great Dane the free throw. To Torres. Now Hudic, the number 17. Torres again. Torres took a blow to the face there. He's unhappy, and the referee is just going to bring things to a halt temporarily. Towards the foul for the pushing from the defence there. And Torres looks as though he wanted a little bit more from that, maybe. And here goes Torres now with the dummy, trying to move forwards again. Now sets up Alton. Alton well blocked by Barbosa. Maybe he might feel a touch unlucky to have been penalised there. Alton again, now out to Torres. Torres shoots straight through the goalkeeper. And that is why Torres is dangerous. You saw him nibbling away the whole time, trying to open up space for himself. As soon as he gets it, straight through that goalkeeper. Great Dane having possession at the moment, no finish to it so far. Maybe now, excellent save once again off the right leg of the goalkeeper. Zarkola looked almost certain to score there, but now Olympia can come forwards. Well covered, mind you, by Great Dane. Back quickly and in numbers. And Olympia didn't quite get the fast break they might have wanted from that save. Thomas Balanosis. Vitor Lukavicius. Go to the ground. And Goop. Now Balanosis, now back across. And that is trickled into the back of the net. The referee awards that one, and Olympia back into the lead. 7-6, Ari.
Yes, that was a great goal from the line player. Brilliant.
Just sliding it underneath the goalkeeper there. Great Dane once again trail.
Come on, hands up, guys, hands up, come on.
Torres looking to move forward himself. Shooting opportunity possibly. And then tumbling over there, it was the Olympia number 7, Tufik Hadadu, who got a hand on that and went over with it. And this will be a penalty. Or will it? It looks as though they wanted the penalty. I don't think they have. They've gone for the free throw instead. Thought it might have been a foul in the act of scoring. But instead, Great Dane with the setup for the free throw. Now Torres coming forwards. Torres blocked. Torres holds his hand up, knows he can maybe do a little bit better than that. Philippe Alton back to Torres once again. Now Zakola finds their way through, and well, the goal will not be awarded. The infringement there from the Great Dane number 5, Ravensbourne. He's unimpressed. But Olympia get away with that one. Here's Barbosa. Barbosa back to Gug. Gug moves it across, gets it back from Tufik Hadadou. Now maybe the shooting opportunity presenting itself from wide. A little bit of goalkeeper throw instead. Just a little lull in play at the moment. 13 minutes remain. Now Alton, can he do anything? Zakola. Zakola. And shot comes in that time around, and Bulgario gets his goal. Down low and into the back of the net this time around. Second time of asking Great Dane. Draw level. Goalkeeper just moving the wrong way. Reasonably easy finish there for Amos Bulgario. Olympia have to build again. Just straying a little close there. There'll be a free throw. Players maybe looking to conserve a little energy at this point. It gets fast and furious at the start. But this is a 60-minute long game. You do have rolling substitutes. As Gug comes forward, Gug flips the ball back, looking for the angle, looking for one from the side now maybe. The goalkeeper comes out. Never any danger of him getting anywhere near that though. And Yacine Labri is the scorer for Olympia, restoring their advantage. From the angle, excellent finish into the roof of the net, and Great Dane once again just needing to chase this one a little bit. Psychologically, Ari, when you're always a goal or two behind, how difficult is it to get yourself into the game?
Basically, you just need to come back and defend and make sure they don't score. They don't get the ball to the goal. You just need to defend it.
Olympia then needing to be defensive minded as well. All 6 back, as is usually the way in handball. Bulgario playing that ball off. Alton, poor pass from Alton, and this sets away Gug. He's all on his own with the shot, and that is the simplest example of a fast break you'll ever see, Ari.
Brilliant, brilliant. Great catch, great run, great goal.
Tell us a little bit more about Aurelien Gug.
He's from Romania, and he actually just signed for us this year. He was playing with Great Dane. He was a Great Dane player last year and for many, many years, but this year he came to us and he's joining our club, which is great for us.
One back against his old team for Aurelien Gug, and it takes Olympia into a 9-7 lead. However, they do have a free throw to now defend on the far side. Thomas Brunet picks it up. Torres into the centre now. Zakola. Now Alton tries the shot just low there, just keeping his hand a little low, looking for a different angle of attack on the goal. Nothing doing though, and Olympia can build from the back once again. The easy ball out to Hadadou. Hadadou across to Shed. Shed again. Hadadou maybe going right this time, lays it off to that right-hand side. There's the angle, and that is almost a carbon copy, isn't it, really? We saw it a moment ago from Yacine Labri, and he scores a goal which is almost identical. Coming in, the ball released cleverly with the 1-2 pass on that far side, into the top of the net. Yacine Labri really making hay on that far side for Olympia, and they open up a 3-goal lead with less than 10 minutes remaining in this first half. Zakola, now across to Alton, Bulgaria. Alton again, Zakola again. Finds himself with Labri in the way, but now maybe from this left-hand side, look at the spin. And that is an excellently executed goal from Great Dane, Chris Ulschlager. Spinning that ball a good 45 degrees into the back of the net there. These balls are resonated, means you can get a real grip on them, you can spin them in the air with your hands, they're sticky to the touch, and that's how you're able to create goals like that. Olympia back on the attack. But Great Dane now could burst forward. Can they bring the ball under control? The referee, Konrad Vachmat, says no. And Great Dane will now start from pretty much the centre line instead. And the ball is with Thomas Brunet, the tall gentleman in the centre of the picture. Alton gets the ball again. Bulgaria. Alton. Now Zakola shoots, the goalkeeper. Initially maybe slightly wrong footed, gets this ball away. Look how quickly Olympia could break into the back of the net, and a goalkeeper throw has been awarded. Not quite enough there from the number 10. Couldn't quite get that goal in, and now save at the other side of the court. And suddenly we have actions at both ends, Ari. This one's holding up.
Yeah, both hands were on the line. They stepped on the line, each player from each team.
Just explain what that means.
What happened is when you step on the line, it's not a goal. You cannot step on the line or go inside the area at all in handball.
And when Ari refers to that line, she's talking about the solid yellow line. You can see that's the goalkeeper's crease. You have to shoot from outside that. You cannot step inside it. For example, that goal will count perfectly fine. And Olympia extend their lead now to 11-8. But when players go forward, when they take a shot at goal, if you put your foot on or over that solid yellow line before the ball ends up in the back of the net, no goal awarded. Here come Great Dane. A few goals behind now, 11-8 to Olympia. 7 minutes remaining in this first half. Zakola moving it inside. Shot comes in again. Great save. The goalkeeping here for Olympia so far in this half, Harry, has been rock solid.
Yeah, Kamal has been brilliant.
See how much that means to the goalkeeper. Little word with his teammates after that one. A bit of a friendly smile. And he has kept Olympia ahead, really. Easily worth that 3-goal advantage. The goalkeeping heroics in front of us so far. However, Great Dane now have the ball on that fast break. Cut out almost by Hararu. Not quite. Ball played into the centre. And there's just enough obstruction there to earn the free throw for Great Dane. And they will have a substitution while they go. And Great Dane resume play on the far side. Torres. Now with Bulgaria. Torres again. Dakits. Bulgaria moving out. Dakits again. There's Torres behind him if he wants to try to find him. Backing into Hararu all the time. Earns himself the free throw. Quickly restarted by Great Dane. Still staying on his feet. And watching the officials here, Conrad Marquardt and Cesar Castillo just having a talk here, and it's a penalty.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Both defender was inside the area when the Great Dane player was about to shoot.
Penalty awarded. More goalkeeping heroics, not this time. And Great Dane with Thomas Brunet moved himself back to within 2 points.
Yeah, you've got smaller players, taller players, you've got half players, wing players, fast players, the wing players, half players, they jump up high, shoot. You have to be a good arm, good strong arm.
The half players being the ones just inside from the wings. So if you look inside from the wingers as you're watching this, you'll see the half players. And then the centre back court, which is currently the role being filled by Great Dane's number 22, Hilero, as he surges forward. And look at that for a finish, spinning around. And Hilero scores the goal that brings Great Dane within a goal of Olympia. Surging forward, tried the shot the first time round, and look at that as he spins into the corner of the net. And Olympia in danger of losing this lead, despite the fact that Great Dane are playing with one fewer players still in this first half. Great Dane coming forwards once again. Olympia struggling to generate the attacking opportunities that they were. Torres down on this left-hand side to Olschlag. Torres again. Now with Bulgaria. Torres tells Brunet just to stay where he is for the time being. Gets it back. Bulgaria running around to that left-hand side. Intercepted, and, well, Olympia felt they could break forwards, but the referee says otherwise. And now Great Dane will have the throw from the far side. Time still ticking away. Less than 2 minutes left in this half. And it almost couldn't be closer. Just the one goal in. Great Dane on the losing side at the time. Now, Olympia, can they break forwards again? The whistle goes once more. That's the second time in less than a minute now that Olympia have tried to burst forward. Look at that save, one of many in this first period. Olympia certainly having the better of the goalkeeping. And now they have the chance to maybe have the better of a fast break as well. Excellent defending there. Look at the work there from Zoccoli. Now he's complaining to the referee, but his work really is done there. Disrupted that chance to counter-attack. And that gives Great Dane a chance to get their ducks in a row and get back defensively. Olympia leading by that one goal. Less than a minute left in this first half. Shot goes in. Will that go to the back of the net? Yes, it will, and that is a soft goal. That demonstrates exactly what we've been talking about in terms of the difference in goalkeeping in this first period. Petrushka Eol with the shot, and you can see it weasels its way through into the back of the net. And Olympia have a 2-goal lead once again. Can Great Dane do anything before we reach the end of this first half? Just looking with Hileo to maybe try and find a break there. They'll get the free throw. Paolo Barbosa going tumbling down there with the Great Dane number 2, Chris Olschlager. Those two were the 2 coaches in the women's game that we've just seen. And now Great Dane maybe with the last shot, and goes high and wide and away. The referee's just stopping the play to check that Great Dane's number 20, Michael Durkitz, is okay. He is. And that will be the last action of the first half, and look how happy Olympia already are. They have the 12-10 lead. We're halfway through this one at Crystal Palace, and it is the home team, Olympia, who have that 2-goal lead. This is exactly what they would want at this stage in this game. Maybe, Ari, they just wanted to be a little further ahead though, but that goalkeeping in that first half has really helped Olympia out. That
was great, and I have to say the defense in Olympia the first half after the 10 minutes was great, and just right now before the end they saved it, they blocked there. That was brilliant.
So the goalkeeping proving largely the difference between these two teams. It's Olympia 12, Great Dane 10. Nick.
So dramatic half there. Olympia 12, Great Dane 10. All to play for in the second half. Delighted to say Brenna Fairbrother's still here. How did you rate that in the first half? Great Dane, they made a great start.
They did. They were ahead by 2 goals for quite a long time, and then Olympia just stepped it up. Their number 7 is particularly good. He's actually, he looks quite small, but he's actually very, very strong, and he's stopping those big guys coming through, scoring some nice goals, and he's got some beautiful feeds as well. So they've done really well to go 2 ahead, but 2 ahead is nothing in this game. I've seen teams come back from 5, 6 and more, so another exciting half, I think.
It really was a battle of the number 7s, wasn't it? Because we had some great skill from Tušić as well in the Olympia side.
Yeah, the 2 of them were just at it, hammer and tongs, hitting each other. A lot of emotion at one end. I think Georgie from Great Dane is quite an emotional guy, and he likes to play for fouls quite heavily, but referees are taking no notice of him, thankfully, so not good for the game. But you know, they're doing really well, and it could be anybody's game at this stage.
There was some great moments of skill during that half. I mean, we saw just what you can do with the ball. You're going out wide, you're away from the goal, but you can still spin it back in.
Yeah, the Great Dane left winger seems to have a really good spin shot. It's part technique and part tool. They use a resin on their fingers, which helps them to grip the ball and helps them to spin it. And then, of course, he's got to have a good spin action on his wrist. And our own Holly Lamora does a really, really good spin shot. But it's great to see at this level as well. So.
Yeah. Impressive stuff, and hopefully we'll see plenty more in the second half. Now, a little bit earlier we were talking about the struggles that the international teams have been facing, the men and the women from Great Britain. It's not been easy. They lost a lot of their UK sport support in 2009, and since then they've been all over Europe chasing professional contracts. Well, I caught up with Kelsey, who is Brenna's daughter, last year in Liverpool on her homecoming. For one member of the GB team, this was a particularly special return to Liverpool.
We used to go down the Mersey actually, and we used to play in the clay, and we used to get covered in it, and we used to spend a lot of time in the woods over here. There's quite a lot of woods out where my granddad and nan lived, and I really love it. It's a great city, great people.
Kelsey Fairbrother began her handball career in the region. She was inspired by her mother, who also played for Great Britain, the pair even playing together at one point.
I played my last game for England when she played her first game for England, so we managed to share a court for a little while.
I think it should be in the Guinness World Book of Records, so I don't think it's ever been done in the national team before. It wasn't such a big thing for me then, it was kind of normal, but looking back at it now, it's like, okay, that was really, really cool and really weird, but really, really cool.
Kelsey's mother may have helped her down the handball highway, but the player's path to the international scene has been about as unpredictable as her wizardry wing play. With no professional league here in the UK, she was selected to be part of the GB squad, who'd be based out in Denmark.
It was all so sudden actually, like I was living in Liverpool at the time when there was GB trials, and then I did one trial and then we found out that night that they wanted us to move to Denmark, and they were giving us maybe a month or something to get ready and leave, and I just knew that it was what I wanted to do, so it wasn't a big deal for me.
But things didn't go quite according to plan. Just over a year into the project, the funding for Great Britain's men's and women's handball teams was cut, and after a brief period out in Norway, at the beginning of 2009, the girls found themselves searching for clubs and contracts all over Europe.
I'm playing in the best league of Denmark, and I'm playing with one of the best teams in that league. You know, I have an apartment paid for, and I don't have to worry about bills and stuff, but it's still like, it's not like I can go out and buy whatever I want, or I'm not financially supported outside of my apartment or my bills. So I still have to maybe find a job or a sponsor.
We've all gone through it together with her, you know, we all give where we can, and we all support her as much as we can, but it's sad when they can't get the funding that they need.
There's been so many times where I've had to really sit down and think, like, is this for me? But every time, no matter how hard it gets, I always get the same answer at the end, so it's worth it.
Okay, so some great news there from the Great Britain team. Kelsey, she's fighting for her place in 2012 and going pretty well so far. Delighted to say that I'm joined by Paul Goodwin, CEO from British Handball. Let's talk back about that announcement that the girls and the guys are going to be in 2012.
Yeah, that's really fantastic news. They've all worked hard for this, but everybody realises there's still a great deal of work to do in the short time we've got before 2012.
The building blocks start here, though. I mean, we're a domestic league match now. Part of the legacy is obviously improve things here, so you've got a stronger international team in the future. How do you feel things are at the moment?
Well, one of the reasons why we had to send our GB players abroad to learn their trade was because the level of competition isn't high enough here. We're seeing that by developing these sort of opportunities with the league competition, that we're creating an environment where our GB players will be able to continue here post-2012.
And the skill is here. I guess it's just a case of trying to get domestic interest as well, because if you look through the team sheet, there's a lot of foreign names at the moment where handball has been popular in the past.
Yeah, we've got one or two names, particularly in the under-21 GB squad, who are playing in the UK clubs, and we'll see those start to come up through the senior teams in the next 6 to 9 months, I guess.
Of those senior teams, I mean, let's talk about just how well the teams are doing. The men and the women have made progress over the last 12 months.
Yeah, I mean, we never expected to go to 2012 and actually win medals. It was always our ambition for a top 8 finish. We still believe we're on target there. The BOA believe that we're on target to do this, but it was always considered as well that it's a big legacy and a development project that we're on. So hopefully, in fact, we must put in a credible performance, but we really want to see the sport developed on the back of this.
We heard from you before the match around the 2012 announcement. Just talk to me about the venue that they're going to be competing in 2012.
Yeah, the handball arena is really spectacular. If people haven't been to a top-level handball match, I think they'll be really blown away by the experience. You're very close to the action. There's 6,000 spectators in a small hall. It'll be very loud. Fantastic atmosphere. And normally the top games will go to the last few seconds, could even be equal scores. And the last few seconds, the final goal will decide it, and the atmosphere is tremendous. Mm-hmm. And the actual handball arena there is rather spectacular. The lighting is light tubes, and I think people will be impressed with it.
And I mean, hearing you speak and obviously the players, there's a real hope that this could be the legacy sport from the 2012 Olympics.
Yeah, there's a lot of work going on at grassroots level. Thousands and thousands of children are picking up a handball for the first time. Just sitting in the stand here today, I can hear people that are sort of walking up and saying, hey, this is an exciting sport, you know, and they're just wondering where it's been hidden all these years.
And the venue that we're in today actually has an added significance for the international team, as well as obviously Olympia, who are based here most of the time, because you've sort of teamed up. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, we've reached a partnership with GLL around the facilities and moving our women's team here from May. So they're coming from their clubs all over Europe. That will give them a chance to play together, but more importantly, it will start to make the sport be seen in this part of the world.
And I suppose it starts at the grassroots level as well. I saw some of the developments in Warrington, but there are little outbreaks all over the country. It is starting to build, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. We're seeing handball. In fact, this will be one of the challenges for England handball. Is their resources are small. How do they maximise the effect? And the thing that we're doing here, building a high performance centre, is probably the first of about 3 that we'll have across the UK. So we'll concentrate that effort, and England handball will then have a pathway for younger players to aspire to GB activity.
We're focusing obviously on 2012 at the moment, and leading up to that, making sure that there's credible performances. But what happens in the immediate aftermath with the players' contracts, where they're going to be based?
Immediately after 2012, some players have actually been offered contracts post the Olympics to go back to clubs in Europe. We know that will happen, but we don't believe that we will lose many of our GB players from the GB squad. There's 1 or 2 that may be a little bit too old, but we're building a pool of younger players, so we'll definitely have strong GB teams post 2012.
Fantastic. And just finally, how do you see this match panning out?
Well, it's hard to call, but this is a strong London derby, which we might get some more action towards the end of the match, so watch out.
Well, we'll find out. There are just 2 points in it at the moment. Back over to your commentary team. It's Ollie Williams.
Thank you very much, Nick. Well, positive future ahead for British handball, maybe. Who has the positive future in the next half an hour's time? These two teams just about ready to get back underway for the second half. And now, Ari, how are you seeing this second half panning out?
Oh, I'm very excited about the second half, and I know both teams are going to get so stronger and stronger, because they want to win this clash.
This really means a lot, doesn't it, to both teams here?
Yes, it does, because they're the rivals and they want to beat each other so badly.
Earlier in the season, these two teams did meet. Great Dane beat Olympia 28-23 back in November. That was in Leighton. But they've recorded comfortable victories over guest teams Cambridge and Thames this season as well, despite losing early. And we're just about ready to get back underway for this second half. Meanwhile, the Men's Handball World Championships going on in Sweden at the same time. In around about 45 minutes time, it will be Denmark against France in the final for the World Champions. Who can be English men's national first division champion? South. Great Dane in the red, heading right to left in this second half. Olympia in the black, the home team left to right. It's Great Dane with possession first, trying to move forwards. His shot comes in, down and up into the roof of the net, and already Michael Durkit's making his presence felt for Great Dane. A real show of strength there with that goal.
Oh, that was great. That was just keeping himself in the air and just shoot at the last second. It was amazing.
How important is that technique to hold back on shooting?
Basically, it's all about the defenders as well. When you go up in attacking, you're shooting, you keep yourself in the air, the defenders have no chance to get your ball.
Well, Tusik Hadadu wrestled to the ground there, and we have an early yellow card in this second half. Hadadu drawing the foul. Remember, a yellow card in handball, just a warning. Doesn't necessarily mean there'll be 2-minute disqualification. Which tells the players they need to calm things down a little. Free throw again to Olympia, who lead 12-11 at the start of this second half. And now goalkeeper throw for Great Dane, who try to move things forward quickly with their number 7, Jordi Torres. Down onto that right-hand side, but Olympia steal the ball back. Can they release the ball forwards? No, they can't, because Bulgaria for Great Dane holds them back, but even so, it's an easy finish for Olympia's number 10, Yassin Labri, who really has looked incredibly confident and calm in front of goal, Larry.
Yes, he is, and he's getting a great passes from each player from Olympia.
Olympia 13-11 up, with less than 2 minutes gone in this second half. Great Dane, as they have been almost all game, chasing this one. They They need to find a way back into this, and they need to try and establish a little dominance of their own. Nice attempt at a pass forward, but again, look how much space Labrie has. Labrie all on his own, dribbles, dummies, shoots, and moves the score up to 14-11 for Olympia. And Yassine Labrie, the Algerian, one of three Algerians on the Olympia team. And immediately there is a 2-minute disqualification on the part of Great Dane as well, and this game is starting to go the way of Olympia. You can see Haradou holding his right shoulder, and he will head off, although he looks reasonably disappointed. There, the goal from Yassine Labrie, spiralling down to that right hand side so often in the first half, and now you'll see the penalty for Great Dane, dummied the first time. This time around, Kamel Kerry is beaten. One of the other Algerians in that Olympia lineup, Great Dane, moving back to within the 2 goals of Olympia. 2.5 minutes gone in this second half, and it is Olympia who are that man down. It was Haradou who will have to sit out for the 2 minutes, despite falling to the ground and injuring his side. Great Dane will have those 2 minutes to try to put the maximum pressure on Olympia's goal. Here's Jordi Torres. Torres jinks left. Over to the far side. Bagario all on his own. Easy goal for Bagario, and Great Dane are starting to make this advantage pay, Harry.
That was a very clever pass from Jordi Torres to the left wing. Right wing.
Torres keeping things moving for Great Dane, engineering their chances. And Olympia, with just the 5 outfield players for the next minute or so, need to find a little inspiration. Can they find the shot here? Dropping back instead. Initially with Balanos. Now the shot comes in. What a strike that is from Thomas Shed, leaping into the air, finding the top right-hand corner of that net. Out he comes, into the air, holding back again, into the top right-hand corner, but immediately at the other end, the goal scored by Great Dane. Chris Olschlager with the goal, and suddenly, at either end, chances being created. Ari, the game opening up now that there's the 1 fewer player on the court.
Yes, there's going to be 4 players on the court. That was bad defending.
Well, as you can see, Olympia now down to just the 4 players, which is going to cause them all sorts of trouble. Ideally, they just want to keep hold of the ball, but you also have to be aware of passive play when it's seen that you're not going to be attacking the goal. Now Fifth is back on. Haradou back onto the court, which will allow Olympia at least some respite. They're doing well here, keeping free throws in their favour, just keeping hold of that ball. When you have a man down in handball, the important thing is to make sure you keep hold of possession. Now, Great Dane's own player bundled over their own crease line there. It's their free throw. Look how quickly they move forwards now, looking for the shot. This time around it's high and over. And I think you find Olympia not in too much hurry to get the ball back. 15-14 Olympia lead over Great Dane here. Men's National First Division South. And here come Olympia looking for that ball forward. Intercepted by Brunet. Lovely ball forward on that left-hand side. Easy opportunity and converted with aplomb by Chris Olschlager. Out in front. And Kamel Kerry, the Algerian goalkeeper, tried to narrow that angle and just dinked underneath. And Great Dane have made full use of that extra man. They've hauled this one back. 24 minutes remain in this encounter here at Crystal Palace. And it's Great Dane who now on level pegging with Olympia, 15 goals each. El Hawari, not seen too much of the Egyptian for Olympia, the number 88 in this half. Now the shot from the angle, that one just dragged wide to that right-hand side. The cheers go up for the Great Dane supporters. And Great Dane's goalkeeper, Redis Sabata, watches that one wide and then sends it forward now. Bagario with the shot and the goal, and Great Dane have come roaring back. The tail is wagging now, they're 16-15 up. Bagario once again from the angle, been so efficient so far in that game. Pulgario steers his team ahead for the first time in a long time. Now, chance for Olympia to at least get one back into it. Converted by the number 23 for Olympia, Thomas Balnanosis. It goes to show you, Harry, that just because you lose the one player, it doesn't mean you can't attack.
No, it doesn't mean at all. You can still attack and you can still get spaces in your attacking play and get a great goal like we just saw one.
But still, it doesn't necessarily help Olympia too much. Great Dane holding this lead. Torres. Great Dane just keeping hold of possession for the moment. Torres managing to rescue it back again. This is the opportunity for the goal, and that is an exquisite finish. That is the picture of calm, and Colas Hilaro, where many people would have gone for the shot. Hilaro comes in, and look at that, delicately releases the ball. Remember, that ball is sticky. You have to be so skilled, Harry, to get the ball to release with just the right amount of power.
Yes, exactly. It's a very sticky ball.
Great Dane leading this one now by a good couple of goals as the shot comes in. Nothing doing this time around, and Goog picks himself back up. Jogs back into position and gets the ball back as well. And maybe the opportunity here. Clever piece of play first time around. Excellent save though. Sabata holding his ground in that Great Dane goal. Great Dane come forwards now. Look at that, Sabata always watching. Did well to pick that one out from a crowd of players. Great Dane have gone down the other end now. Surely a push there, bundled over by Goog, who I think can have very few complaints about that. And Great Dane holding this lead still. Torres taking things easy. Olympia back to full strength on this court at the moment. Torres, though, to Pulgario. Pulgario wanted that ball back, couldn't quite get it in time. And a bit of free throw. Once again for Great Dane. Alton, Torres, looking for the outlet, finds it in Hilary. Excellent save. Can Olympia build? Kerry, the goalkeeper, plays it out. Goog jogging forwards. Here's Haradu. Haradu plays it across, and an excellent finish from Thomas Balnanosis. And Olympia get a goal back, coming in from that far side. As we've seen several times this evening, angling that ball down to give the goalkeeper the most trouble. Firing it just through the air, not as easy, well, not as hard, I should say, for goalkeepers to deal with. Getting the angle on it is what gives handball players the advantage when they shoot. Alton rising up, plays to Hilaro instead. Clever one-touch passing from Great Dane, and finished exquisitely as well by Ulschlager from the pass from Torres. And that is exactly what Great Dane need to see, Harry. That sort of link play is priceless in this situation.
That is, if you one down player down, it's just you move the ball from one side to the another side, and always the wing finish it. You create gaps, and it's so fast, so quick, you get the goal.
Well, as you can see, the timeout has been called. Now, Harry, we wear a slightly different cap when you're not playing handball yourself. You are the development officer for England Handball in London.
I am.
There aren't too many English players out there that we've seen this afternoon.
No,
there are none that I've seen here. Now, how are you going about changing that?
Oh, I'm trying to change it now. Yesterday we had a second division game with Olympia 2 and Great Dane 2, and we had two players from England, English players in Olympia, a 16-year-old and 17-year-old player. So we're getting there,
What can people do if they want to get involved in this sport? What's the easiest way to become a handball player in this country?
Easiest way is start playing in your school, get in your club, get out, find a club, and then start playing. Enjoy the game.
And where can they go to do that? Is there a website where people can find out more?
Yes, there is a website on England Handball website. There you can find all the clubs, not even registered clubs as well. You can find everyone there. And they just need to get contact with me, really. They need to send me an email, I want to play, and then I'll see where they're from. I'll just put them in an area.
Okay, so if you're watching this afternoon's game and you think, well, hang on a minute, maybe I could do a little bit better, then get on your search engine, type in England Handball, and maybe we could be watching you in a few years' time. Meanwhile, Olympia are back in action. trailing Great Dane at the moment. Needing to find goals as time ticks down. More than half of the second half gone. Chance here from the angle. Exquisitely put away by Dragos Bekker. One of several Romanians on the Olympia team. Picking the ball up. Had nobody around him. Easily converted. Great Danes still have that lead though. Torres back to Oltong. Can Great Dane extend this one again? Defended, well blocked that time around. Torres picks it up again. Torres looking for the outlet, finds it almost in the shape of Sokola. And Sokola springs to his feet because he's done enough to win his team a free throw. Sokola again, Torres. Looking for shooting opportunity out in front. However, that goal will be wiped out because Thomas Brunet was inside the crease. So Olympia can come forwards, no goal there. Haradu, just inside that free throw line. Olympia slowing things down, making sure they bring players up into the play. Goog goes for the shot, well blocked first time around. Shot goes in that time, and that will count. Dragos Bekker scores, and importantly, he scores because he didn't touch the ground inside that area.
Exactly, he jumped up just before the area and had a shot, landed inside the area. It was great. Great reflex as well, reaction.
Great Dane now. Just waiting to be given the go-ahead. As you can see, the goalkeeper in the background just doing his shoelace. Keeper says he's okay, and we get underway once again with Torres. Torres again. The creative spark in this side, playing that centre backcourt role, looking always for the outlets. This time around, Olympia thought they had a chance to break. Instead, the infraction is given. Scores tied, 21 apiece. Can Torres do anything with that? Yes, he can, is the answer. And that allows Great Dane to go back into the lead, 22-21. Once again, finished down, past the keeper. And Olympia once again find themselves, as they have done for much of this second half, just trailing by the odd goal. It was Great Dane in the first half who found that they couldn't quite catch Olympia. Roles reversed this time around. Haradu trying to find his way through. He's got to be careful of his knees. You can see that left knee on Haradu is bandaged at the moment. That was bleeding a moment ago. And Haradu almost skinning the right one as well. Now he has the ball back. Good. To Shed. Now maybe the chance for the shot. Hard spin it quite enough. And it's Great Danes. Another goalkeeper, Philippe Serrat, who will scurry along beneath us and collect the ball. And we're away again. 10 minutes now remaining in this men's national First Division South clash. And it's Great Dane who, with the odd goal, have the 22-21 advantage. Score stay like this, they go top. Alton just drops it off nicely there. Shot maybe from distance here, clever dummy. Olympia trying to hold that defensive line the whole time. And eventually Haradu concedes the free throw. And maybe an opportunity from the angle, off the upright on the outside there. Sokola trying to create something. Here come Olympia once again. Options in the middle, Barbosa wants it, finds it, Barbosa scores! Back level, 22-22. Barbosa, the Portuguese, punches the air. Pass came in, he was all on his own forever, calling for the ball. Got it in the end, converted with ease. It's 22-22. Time slowly ebbing away, tired legs now. We're into that last 10 minutes that Ari talked about, where really it becomes less about strategy, more about stamina. That shot goes in, and Philip Altong restores the advantage for Great Dane. Managed to avoid the Olympia defence, and Great Dane go back into that lead. Avoiding the wrestling challenge there from Barbosa. And it's Labrie who gives the ball away. This gives Great Dane the chance to break. Excellent from Haladu, wrestling the ball back off his opponent. And that bought Olympia a vital bit of time there. You could see how it's allowed them to push their defence back again, and it hasn't given Great Dane the chance to break that they were looking for. However, still with Torres. Torres finds he doesn't have a way through. Haladu again. Torres and Haladu always going up against each other. Haladu not afraid to throw himself in the way. Now, Alto. Torres again. Movement starting to just drop down a little bit now. Not quite the same, clear-cut chances. Hilario. Torres again, raises up this time, excellent save. Kamel Kerry rising up to his left-hand side, got the left hand firmly on that one and turned it away. And how crucial could that now prove? Less than 5 minutes left, still just the 1 goal in it. And as Olympia go forwards, the goal is scored by Paulo Barbosa, and Ari straight from the save at one end to the goal at the other. That's crucial.
That is crucial, and that it can be a fast break as well. They just, as quick as they can, pick up the ball, take it down, score a goal. That is brilliant. That's why his handball is so quick.
Excellent work from Olympia there. They've drawn themselves back level with a textbook handball fast break move and goal. However, there's another save. Hilario going in, and suddenly Kerry in that Olympia goal is making himself big again and pulling off big saves. Not that time. Torres scores. Leaps up, finds Kerry wanting this time around on the goalkeeper's right-hand side. Torres comes in, a couple of players between them. You can see how Kerry might just not have seen that one in time. Too many bodies in the way. That's what handball players have to exploit. Less than 4 minutes remaining now, and Great Dane lead 25-24. Haladu surging forwards, almost manages to squeeze in that shot, but look at the fast break now, all the way forward. Olschlager still going off the post with it, saved or off the post, difficult to tell from our position. Kerry celebrating that goal already, but Gug is coming forwards for Olympia. It's now end to end. Haladu, look at the space on the right hand side here, but another save. These goalkeepers are starting to come up big for their teams now. Reda Sabata in that Great Dane goal, making what could yet prove a crucial save. Still, they have that 1 goal lead. And now, finally, Harry, a chance for Great Dane just to calm things down.
Yes, they need to get it together now. They need to come up, calm down a little bit, concentrate more on the passing, create some spaces, and they just need to score the goal.
3 minutes remain. Great Dane leading this London clash have 1 goal advantage over their London rivals Olympia. Hilario to Oltong. Gregorio gets the opportunity, but it comes off the post, and this is where Olympia need to break forwards now. Haladu doing well to hold his ground there against Hilario. Moves the pass forward, intercepted though. Torres, can he stay on his feet? No, he can't. Haladu has gone down, and well, it'll be interesting to see how the referees deal with this. It'll certainly be a 2-minute disqualification. That is what's been given. Now then, Ari, 2 minutes and 32 remaining in this game, and for 2 of those minutes, Haladu will play no part in it.
No, he will not, because he had already 2 minutes. He had 2 minutes before. If you get another 2 minutes, then it's a red card straight away.
And that is why, in the top right of your picture, you can see
he needs to go up, sit down and watch the rest of the game.
Well, he takes a little drink in that far corner, Haladu, I can tell you. And he's left the arena. A red card for Haladu. And Olympia will lose a player for 2 minutes. They can go back to full strength after those 2 minutes are up, but they are down to 5 outfield players for another 2 minutes, which, with only 2 minutes and 7 seconds remaining, means Olympia really do have their work cut out. They trail by a single goal, and now they must face a penalty. Kerry sets himself and sets the net. And can Oltong make the goal that wins this? There it is, it's in. Oltong scores, and Great Dane have a 2-goal lead with exactly 2 minutes remaining in this London clash. What can the 5 outfield players of Olympia do in the time that remains? Here's Labrie. Labrie on this near side, trying to wrestle his way through, held up. All Great Dane need to do now, Harry, is just hold Olympia back.
They just need to defend. All they need to do is set up, go back on 6 meters, and they need to confuse a little bit Olympia players so they can't do anything else.
Well, there's an important save as well. Labrie denied this time around. And it's looking increasingly as though Great Dane have this one in the bag. Hilaro over to that far left-hand side, clattered into Orschlager. Labrie again involved. Upset to be told that he was at fault. Free throw for Great Dane. You can see Hilaro got a vicious shove to the back from Gug. Play continues. And we now have just 1 minute of play remaining. Hilaro moves it to the right-hand side. Shot comes in, and Torres scores, and just as that goes into the net, the timeout hooter goes. Great Dane leading 26-24. Now, Torres, well, he seemed to score. Has the goal been awarded, Ari? I mean,
yes.
The timeout went at the same time. Just
I think it will. It will go as a goal.
Just for a moment, Torres turned around and appealed towards the officials as though it hadn't been given. The scoreboard inside the arena still reads 26-24 to Great Dane with 55.5 seconds remaining. So maybe Olympia not quite out of this yet.
Maybe not.
2 goals in it with less than a minute to go. 2 huddles, as you can see in front of us. The crowd have just 55 more seconds of action to go. And for at least 30 of those seconds, Olympia will not have the full complement of players back out on the court. The 2 minutes that Hadadou earned for his foul still being served.
Great Dane, all they need to do is keep the ball.
And there is the foul. You can see it. Hadadou, absolutely no doubt about that one. It was a clear infringement. Taras turns around and Hadadou told to take an early bath, Ari.
Yes, he had to. That was behind the player.
26-24 then to Great Dane. 50.3 seconds remaining. And Brunet has the ball, but now the coach is still unimpressed, I think, about the score. You can see there are still discussions being had on the near side here.
Yeah,
the officials have come over.
Olympia's got 1 player more on the field, and they have still like 15 seconds when the Olympia player could have come in.
And it's correctly spotted by Ari. Olympia have restored their 6th outfield player to the field, and really that shouldn't be the case because there should still be 1 serving part of that 2-minute suspension for the challenge that we just saw. The officials don't appear to have taken any action yet.
No. Seems like they're okay.
And it seems, as Ari says, that with 55 seconds remaining in this London derby, we'll carry on. Torres drops the ball back for Hilaro. Alton could do with finding Hilaro again, bundled over instead. Another free throw. And Great Dane will be happy with that. 45 seconds remain in this encounter. Shot comes in that time and rattles the outside of the upright. And look at how quickly Kerry scrambles over to get the ball. That clock is still running. Forward come Olympia now. Can Barbosa turn around and find his way through? No, he can't. The hooter has gone again. This will be for another timeout because there are still 27.7 seconds remaining in the game. And once again, we will have a stoppage. The officials will come over. The players seem reasonably fast advice. Now, I believe, is that a 2-minute? We suspect that may be 2 minutes against one of the coaches down there. However, it's difficult for me to tell. There is now a frantic argument breaking out between Barbosa for Olympia, the number 13 in the black, and Torres, you can see down there wearing the number 7. The horn went. And now Cesar Castillo, our main official, is wandering back over once again. You can see him at the bottom left there. There he is. And he has more words to say. Over comes Labrie. Wants to get involved in this as well. Fingers are being wagged. And it seems that we are not the only people who are not entirely sure where this might be going. However, the officials are looking to sort it out now. The players, as you can see, just biding their time. And this must be torture for Olympia, Ari, because they have 27 seconds and they're having to stand around.
I know, this is just not the way how it should be. They should be playing right now, 27 seconds left, and just keep to try to score a goal.
What's your understanding of what happened?
Basically, I think it was something about the player. I'm not sure. Maybe they just realised that one player was up in the field, should have been down on the bench, or...
It is noticeable that Olympia now do not have that sixth outfield player out on the field. They've withdrawn them again. But that would mean that around about 30 seconds of this game have been played with an illegal number of players on the court. Now, how that gets taken up after the game, I don't know.
Exactly, because if it was 2 minutes for the coach, then it should have been pointed to the coach, but it was pointed to the player.
Which would suggest that Olympia have been found out with that sixth outfield player.
That's
now,
right.
here we go. 20 seconds now remaining in this game. Can Olympia get at least one shot in? They can. However, they will go back for a free throw, I believe. The clock has been stopped. 16.6 seconds. Great Dane leading 26-24 against the hosts Olympia. The clock is stopped again. No, it's still rolling. The clock is rolling. Everyone is standing around. That clock counts down. 9, 8, 7. The clock surely should have stopped by now. Now it stops with 5.6 seconds remaining. A clear 10 seconds were lost there with nobody knowing exactly what was going on. This is a fascinating end to a major sporting contest in the top English division. The referees have returned once again to the officials' desk. They look as perplexed as we look. Now the referee is coming over to past Paulo Barbosa, and he takes up residence down at one end. The clock has been restored to 16.6 seconds. So an extra 11 seconds have been found again, and we're back underway. Good, coming forward, tries the shot, blocked this time around. That surely will be enough. Rebound from Barbosa, that's blocked as well. That is your lot, surely. The seconds count down, 2 seconds, 1 second. The shot from distance, that is the horn that tells you that Great Dane have won this contest by 26 goals to Olympia's 24. And Ari, that was a quite bizarre end to a handball game.
That was very exciting, and basically we could see in the end the last 10, 15, 20 seconds that Olympia had no chance to come back. It's just too short time to score 2 goals or even 3 goals to get the lead.
Now, is there any blame to be imparted for what happened at the end then?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just they just need to get on and play the game.
Are you happy that the right team won?
I'm not happy because I'm an Olympia player and I wanted the guys to win so badly, but
Allow me to rephrase the question. Did the right team win?
Yes, they did. They did.
What was the difference for Great Dane?
Great Dane is, I don't know. I think it's just more in the head. So they just kept together in the end, the last 1 minute, 2 minutes, and they just made it through. And they are well deserved to be happy right now.
Well, Great Dane kept their heads and they go top of the table. The score here, Great Dane 26, Olympia 24.
2 points in it at the break, 2 points at the end, but the score was flip reversed, and it's Great Dane who go top of the table. That was quite a dramatic match, a bit confusing at the end there.
Yeah, it was apparently they should have had 4 players on the court instead of the 6. The referee sent 1 off and left another 1 on, and then the clock carried on running. So it was just confusion, but it was stuff and nonsense really. The game was over.
Let's talk back at the beginning of the half. Obviously Great Dane behind, but they came back, explosive start.
Yeah, they did really well to come back. Goalkeeper, I think, played a part in that, made some really, really key saves, and they scored some really nice goals, some very technical goals, and a nice little lob over the top there. So it was, I think they deserved to win today.
Yeah, there were some really good adverts for top quality handball, weren't there?
There was indeed, yeah, there was. I mean, some of the other stuff, as I say, they do tend to get a little tied up with decisions that have been made, etc. And they really don't need to. They're quality players and they've got real skills, and we saw that today from pretty much all of them.
Yeah. Great Dane, obviously the defending champions, their experience kind of came through as the game progressed, but there was the sending off, which certainly helped.
Yeah, the sending off, really, really cynical foul. The number 7 had absolutely no intention of going for the ball, went straight for the player. And it was his first offence, straight red, straight out the door, I'm afraid.
And you happy with the result? I mean, in terms of the play, it looked a fair one.
Yeah, it was always going to be a close game with these 2 teams. But I think in the end, Great Dane really did deserve to win, that they kept their heads as far as making sure that they were playing the attack calmly. And you know, there was a couple of goals that really shouldn't have happened. There was a particular walking goal right at the end from the number 7, who literally walked and jumped and shot. Hi.
Hey. Bunch of people walking all over.
Yeah, talking about people walking all over. Yeah, he walked in and just shot, and they didn't do anything to step out to him. And you know, it's goals like that win games like this.
Okay. Well, Renna, thanks for your time today. Walking over in this direction is the winning captain. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Taras, talk me through that match. Confusing end.
Well, you know, very very hard game. Of course, we had to fight until the end. But it's nice. It's nice to have such quality handball in the country. I mean, we've got players from everywhere in the world, and it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here and you know, have that crowd in the hall here. So what can I say? You know, congratulations to the whole team and the effort from the very first coach till the last player, really.
For those who don't know handball, they haven't seen it before. I mean, that was a fantastic advert. Some of the goals were phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, this is pretty much the best handball you can find in the country right now. So I think it's a very good exhibition for the kids, for the youth, and you know, we really hope the sport is gonna catch up. And with the Olympics coming in less than 2 years now, we're really hoping this is going to be a boom, and the more and more we can transmit the expertise to the youngsters will be fantastic.
Absolutely. Obviously, your team are happy. Just tell me quickly, how important was that win? It's a London grudge match.
It was crucial because, I mean, they are a direct competitor for the league. Those 2 points, we're going to carry them over for the playoffs now. We had 2 unfortunate losses by 1 goal, and we couldn't afford to lose today, so it's brilliant. We're now, I think, right behind Chryslip, who's doing great this season, and we're going to fight it hard for the playoffs and to keep the title.
Well, best of luck. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations today. So, final score: Great Dane 26, Olympia 24. Great Dane who go top of the table and look in a good position heading towards the playoffs. From all of us here, goodbye.